Hello and welcome to Wake the Bugbear, Australia's biggest actual play podcast for the Mothership Sci-Fi Horror RPG. You are listening to our first Mothership campaign, and we are playing through the Sci-fi Megadungeon that is Gradient Descent. This is a very special milestone episode here at the NWTB podcast. Not only does it mark our longest game of Mothership, it is also our 150th episode of the podcast as a whole.
Good grief, good gravy, good goodness, good gosh.
Golly goody.
Gordon good.
Good Gordon.
All right, let's go. Everyone's excited. 120 of those episodes are, of course, of our Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Ghosts of Gauntlegrim, and as well as a half a dozen one-shots for the, obviously, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I suggest you check it out as you wait for new episodes of what you're really here for. This. Mothership.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the show.
You're listening right now.
It's the show now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not what you're looking for, tap on the name icon, scroll to Ghosts of Gauntlegrim,
Don't give 'em
episode 1.
So you're going to tell them how to unsubscribe.
Yeah,
Carry on.
We were happy being an obscure Dungeons & Dragons podcast that no one listened to, except for the wonderful...
Let's not discount the people that have listened, John.
Those of you who did listen, the saints.
You know who you are.
Let's go. I am Andrew the Warden, and I am joined once again by Josh, Sam, Doug, and John. Doug, how would you describe your experience in the podcast over the last few years and 149 episodes?
149 episodes. And in perhaps maybe 3 of those 149 episodes. No.
More than that. You weren't here.
Yeah. No. There was 1, 2, 3.
Have you got a point, or are you just counting numbers?
Maybe 4 episodes. I fucking died. So
yeah,
that was good.
Well, don't spoil it for people who haven't listened yet.
Well, they don't know which episodes they are.
You're going to die a lot in Mothership.
It's definitely not episode 90. It's definitely not episode 77. It's definitely not episode 50.
John, how would you describe your experience over the last 3 years?
My role has never been a stickler for the rules, but there's enough to go around as it is. I don't think I've ever once gotten into a altercation about what I'm able to do because I lack the confidence.
One time.
One time.
And it was for climbing on the roof in the Grand Cavern and me saying something else afterwards and you being like, I never would have done that if that was the case.
Yes.
That's the only thing I think.
Probably the only. Because I otherwise lack the self-confidence and the confidence in the rules specifically to make such a call.
Yeah.
In Mothership, the ground is a bit more even. There's a bit more even footing.
You've surged ahead in your mastery of this.
Absolutely. I was born to play Mothership. I was born to play this game because my education comprises almost entirely of my perhaps undiagnosedly autistic ability to recall the tone and intonation of any quote from any given sci-fi film.
Yeah. Moving on. Samantha, how are you going to follow that? What is your experience for the last 3 years and 149 episodes?
Well, it's been far less than that for me specifically. I don't know how many episodes it's been for me, but it's not 149. But I'm just happy to be here, really, amongst everybody.
That's Doug's line.
What? It's just happy to be here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm already replacing people and I'm
you can have it.
a substantially lower number of episodes in.
Eventually, you'll just be the only one on the show.
Yeah, that's it.
Just be you
I'll
and
just
Andrew.
slowly absorb everybody. That's really why I'm here.
Like an amoeba.
Yeah, exactly.
I had my suspicions.
It's been really good.
Or gelatinous cube.
Yes.
To say that, yeah.
But it's been really good. It's been super fun. Happy to be here. It's been great. Sorry.
What was that?
I touched the book.
Yes, we're all very happy to have you here. I'm sure everyone listening has enjoyed your performance over the past multiple episodes of one shot of Dungeons and Dragons and perhaps the third or fourth game of Mothership. I think this is it now.
Yeah.
No,
Fourth.
more than that. Fifth?
Fifth?
No, fourth of Mothership.
Fourth
That I've
adventure.
played?
Yes.
Or total that
Session.
you've done?
Total sessions.
Josh,
Yes.
final on to Josh, the longest standing member there for the majority of the 149 episodes. What has been your experience of the last 3 years?
As the designated rules paladin of the group.
Anti-paladin.
No, I fight for justice and rules. Definitely a very crazy experience, I would say. I think we've had a lot of good stuff come out of the stories, and in terms of the Mothership content, anytime that we lean into the chaos, I feel like it goes better when it comes to not trying to get things perfect. So not trying to kill every single thing because you just want the XP like we used to do.
Now the XP is living a session, literally. Like, you guys are getting 1 XP per session you've stayed alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not being concerned about my own safety. That's also a really great winner for success when it comes to having fun.
Yes, of course. Personal and in-game safety.
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely when Ukti, minor spoilers, but when he tackled the monster in the elevator and wouldn't let it go, that was both, one, very dangerous and led to his death, but also very rewarding.
It was one of the best scenes. You were charged up on the yellow goo, just fighting this monster of...
I'm all hopped up on yellow goo.
Yeah.
You're going to bring the demons out of me?
And thanks to your courageous efforts, none of that yellow goo remains. And it will never bother anyone again.
Yeah, he died. It was not in vain.
No. Oh, we've had some excellent characters, everyone, over the last few years. And speaking of one such character, I'll just touch on John, not touching physically, but just...
I'm touching physically.
You're the closest, Doug. John, the audience may be surprised to still hear your voice, considering we've threatened your absence for the past, 6 months.
Yes.
Do you want to reveal your special news?
So, for the longest time, before we even began playing Mothership, I think, on the horizon was the notion that I'd be going away for some amount of time. Specifically, going on a religious mission, because I am indeed a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons as they're known colloquially. It's a big can of worms we won't open today. But the gist of things is that I am of age to go on a mission, like in that musical titled The Book of Mormon. Hopefully not too much like that musical, but I was doing my papers. It actually takes quite a bit of bureaucratic process, and you've got to save up money if you want to pay for it yourself, which I indeed did. And we eventually reached the point where I didn't want to get any older, and I was able to go. And how long it would take and when exactly I would go was kind of muddy, which is why it was hanging over the podcast for some time. And now I can finally say with certainty that in January of 2024, I'll be departing. I won't say where I'm going because I don't want people to know.
Yeah. To follow you and hound you. Hey, you're the Mothership guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you.
But yes, I'll be leaving for 24 months. And who knows, maybe we'll have a revival podcast after I come back.
It just
Yes.
won't be Ohio. We just need to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't be
So
Ohio.
that means, everyone,
Or Uganda. Won't be Uganda. either.
that means that you will be here
I will be here
as a cast member of this campaign
for the duration of the campaign.
for the duration of the campaign of Gradient Descent.
And much joy to those of you who have appreciated my work. Thank you very much. I will be here to the end of this project.
There are many people that would be very pleased to hear that. Before we begin, I'd like to thank all our new patrons, Alejandro and Mobius. And also, of course, thank you to all our other patrons, all of our patrons, for believing in and supporting the show.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You.
Woo!
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Oh, God.
And you. Special you.
Bearded
Yeah,
tip.
that's right. I'm talking to you.
You ruined it.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
It's meant to be encompassing everyone.
Just bleep out that and just leave it even more mysterious.
Thank you, everyone.
I want to give a little special
Shout out.
let's shout out to a little someone. I found out the other day, obviously I have family, shocking, I know. I found out they listened to the show. Now I thought when they said that they listened to a couple of episodes. No, they listened to everything, fucking everything, which blew my mind. Little Eddie, my youngest brother. He wanted a little shout out. So there you go, Eddie. You probably won't hear this for ages, and you're probably going to keep pestering me.
Yeah, I'll have to cut out all those F&C bombs you just laid out.
A little shout out for a little boy. Hello, Eddie.
Hello, Eddie. Yeah, he's listened to
Eddie.
This will be his
Eddie, watch the show, Eddie.
150th episode, which is
Wait, so he listened to Ghosts?
yeah.
Hey, Eddie. Thanks for watching the show. It's me, Fintok Phallasmet the dwarf.
Yeah.
Tobias? Come on.
Sorry, I just had.
Eddie.
I was just thinking about having like a mug and doing Bane, but then I was like, that's not Eddie.
That's not Eddie. That's the wrong.
Hello, Eddie. It's me, Tobias. So thankful for your listening.
Yeah, I asked him what his favorite.
And you know Doug's voice of all these characters?
Yeah,
It's just Doug.
Hey,
It's-
I'm Doug.
it's
Hey, it's me.
Ark.
It's fella.
It's also me, Krezus. Hi, yes.
Who is his favorite character?
I asked. I didn't get an answer, and then when I asked what his favorite scene was,
That means it wasn't you.
yeah, it wasn't me. When I asked him what his favorite scene was, it was the scene where we were all stuck underwater and we couldn't breathe air. And then I paused to try and think what scene that was, and realized that was the very last.
Finale,
That
the
was-
last episode of the show.
right at the end. And that's when I was just like, "Holy crap! How much of this have you seen?" He goes, "All of it."
Wow.
We appreciate you, Eddie, but you're wrong. Both of Doug's characters were objectively the best characters when he...
That's a very nice shout out. I'm sure he will love that.
Yeah,
Very good.
very good.
Shall I recap last week's episode?
Now let's go.
You cut down the man who was hanging from the ceiling. You might need this. So we'll just give you a hot summary. you cut down.
That's hot.
That's hot.
It's very hot.
You cut down the
I'm
man
glad I took my jacket off.
hanging from the ceiling. He carried a clamshell mirror with the word Android written upon it, etched into it by hand. You managed to fix an information panel, Tony, with the help of Graham, Dr. Craig Graham. And you fixed the panel and gained a map of the area. You then ventured to the east, finding a corridor leading to a lift down to floor 2. After looking at the graffiti, you decided to skip that one, as Noriko and Arcady had explained that as being Eden, a strange place where Monarch pits 2 android groups called the Chosen and the Fallen against each other perpetually. Arcady called it torturous. But if they're all androids, then what does he care? You then went south and passed by some meeting rooms. You left these unexplored and ventured into the cafeteria. There you crept up on a diver named Armand, who was eating some beans alone at the table. You mentioned that you were just dropped off by Arcady, and he might still be at the visitor's dock, so Armand rushed off not to miss the departure. After that, you explored the kitchen and discovered it mostly broken down, except for a curious figure of a little golden rat, and the Year of the Rat tune came in subtly in the music. It was a good little Easter egg, wasn't it? Was it part of the adventure, or is it me, the warden, inserting our previous one-shots into the... You never know.
If it was part of the adventure, then someone has been listening and is working with
No,
us
this
at
is
some point.
This was done years ago, Doug. This book. Anyway, it was this golden rat was resting on a prep table with a plate containing 3 cigarettes. Tony, you thought this was curious that nobody had taken the statue or the cigarettes. Remember that? Remember, you even offered Armand cigarettes and he took them.
I did.
So something to put in your brain. Tony decided to then do
Cigarettes in my mouth, but
Yeah. Well, it goes to your brain as well. It's cancerous. Tony, you really should try cutting back. Maybe Buck Fernand just gives you pamphlets when you come back.
no,
Yeah.
Buck. It'll be the miracle of prayer or
Incense
like
sticks instead.
something about like special meditation.
Yeah.
Vape.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a vapist.
Yeah.
Put this. Use the
Oh my
special.
god,
That's the term.
a vapist.
Yeah.
I
Use this special coffee grounds as a colonic and and sing this mantra 3 times.
It's passed through the digestive tract of a small monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is a colonic eventually,
Yes.
I
by the laws
can't.
of atoms.
Now, every time I look at Buck, all I can think is, man, that is the face of a vapist right there.
Tony decided to do some renovations on the door, the fridge door, one of them, and Gordon and Dr. Cameron ventured off to search the meeting rooms in the meantime. After a brief search in the meeting room B, Cameron, it's all coming back now, you kicked through some refuse
yeah.
and tumbling out was a pristine Android logic core, and strapped to the side was an EMP mine, which began to beep.
Yeah, I have regrets
Now,
about that.
Regrets.
regrets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
regurgitations.
No regrets.
Many regrets.
Barely regrets.
So I don't really want to talk about what you're going to do now. I think we'll get into the show and just see what happens and give you split second. So you're probably not going to have a chance to talk with John or Gordon Good about what you each want to do. I think it'll be interesting to get straight back into the scene. Both of you have to make a split decision. You might choose to do something together if you can communicate that, or you'll act in instinct, and we'll find out what that is. I think we can get started. But first, let us raise our glass to toast to episode 7 of our Mothership campaign and episode 150. Josh doesn't have a glass, neither do I. Episode 150 of the
Just
NWTB.
ruin the immersion.
I've got an empty can of Coke.
Episode 150 of the NWTB podcast. I think it's. You can take the sip.
I have to remove the cap from my.
That's fine. We'll keep.
bottle.
Yeah,
The can is empty.
it's good Foley work. There, Doug. Okay, I think it is time we christen this show with a proper name. So
I think it's time to christen the show with a name that Doug doesn't approve of, personally.
we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because here it is. Let us begin. Nobody Wake the Bugbear presents Ghosts and the Machine, Episode 7. We fade back into the scene, meeting room B. Dr. Elias, you are searching with Gordon Good through all this refuse. You kick over a bunch of papers and chairs and broken cubicle, and out of the refuse rolls a pristine, reflective Android logic core. And strapped to the underside is some kind of mine. Perhaps an EMP mine, perhaps a fragmentation grenade. You're not a military person, but this thing begins to beep. Beep, 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 beep. Gordon, Dr. Elias, roll a fear. Right now.
Do it now.
Do it now! Do it now!
It's really bad. So that's a 94 over 26.
You feel this fear rise up. You take a point of stress. Gordon,
That's a 76 over 37.
you also, the fear rises up. Take a point of stress. Now, decide what you're going to do. Gordon Good.
I grab the thing and throw it away.
Gordon, you dive on this thing, pick it up, and describe.
Gordon Good was a gravity ball champion in high school. He goes for that logic core like it's a gravity ball, like he's throwing for the greatest score of his life, as far as he can over all the cubicles, putting as much debris and distance between it and them as possible. Oh shit!
You pick up this whole thing and chuck it, and it just sails across. Beep, 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 beep,
I'm hitting the deck.
beep, beep, beep. Dr. Elias hits the deck behind one of the cubicle bases, and you just hear this and crackling in your comms. All your comms just go and it fades out. And we cut back to Tony and Craig.
What's the range on the MP?
Don't know. Tony, you are unscrewing this door to the kitchen. One of the big industrial fridges, the walk-in fridges. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to take the door off. I figured it would be good if at some point there's some downtime. I might be able to fix it somewhere so it's like a good in-between. If we ever need to close ourselves in somewhere, we can use it like a barricade or something. It's just, I know a lot of kitchens have these. It's just fortuitous that it has the big fridge door. They're very solid. It's not practical to just bring something from the bell like that over here. So sometimes you got to find these things as you go.
So you want the door to sort of barricade against one of the entrances rather than barricading yourself inside the fridge, correct?
Yeah. Just basically something like that. Or, if we got long and like a really long time, but as far as I'm aware, the longer you stay in this place, the more deadly, right?
You asking that to Dr. Craig. Craig, you've got a bit of time. You've seen Gordon and Cameron walk off and talking to each other, and you're just left alone with Tony.
I feel like this place manifests.
Hey, you're starting to sound like Buck.
I mean, things are appearing. I don't think it's a coincidence that you've been handing out cigarettes left, right, and center, and then you just magically come into what would probably be the most ransacked room on this station and find 3 pristine cigarettes on a table.
Yeah, it's peculiar, right?
Yeah, so I like the idea of being able to barricade ourselves in somewhere and having a respite, but I've got a feeling that what we're up against, walls don't mean anything to it.
Yeah. Well, I got a welder back on the ship. I was thinking I could cut a door-sized hole in the floor, and we could have like a rope or something go down, and then we could use it like a hatch to get between 2 of the floors, so we could quickly get the fuck out of here if we need to.
I like that idea, but again, I've got a feeling that this station is less of a house and more of a body, if that makes sense. I think...
well, get ready for the fucking surgeon.
And this door just goes... You're saying this as you're just going...
Yeah. Like Formula 1 style.
And as you get the last bolt, this thing's going to drop, right? It's freaking heavy.
Yeah. Give me a hand with this, would you? We're just going to lay it down over here.
My suggestion is just step out of the way and let it fall.
That's stupid.
You both grab onto it, but then Craig steps back and you take the brunt of the weight. What happens?
I'll take the brunt, not the brunt, but I'll help him.
Imagine they're like a piece of furniture on its side. And it's just kind of coming down. 2 people, you hold the top, you slowly let it down and onto its side.
You hear it clangs against the stainless steel, but it's safe. It's now pivoted on the floor. What do you want to do with it? Are you dragging it somewhere or leaning it up against the side?
We got some like old tea towels or something like that. I'm going to put underneath and slide it across.
You look around, you can find some old fabric, oil.
Yeah.
Soaks.
Just some rags,
Sure.
I'll slide it on out of the kitchen near the entrance doorway that we were at before.
Okay.
When we first came into that
this is quite
eating area.
Quite exertive. This is a really heavy door.
Yeah.
Just over
I'll
the
just,
floor.
we'll do that until the others are ready, or, if I finish dragging it over, I'll head over to the others.
Sure. Well, that's at least 10 minutes away. Like, this took you a bit of time to sort out. You're dragging it through the...
Yeah.
And they haven't returned back. They've been talking on the comms over the time, just checking in. You've explained that you guys have an open comms. Are you pressing the button to talk, or you think it's just flat open?
I'm thinking we push the button to talk to the open channel.
So it's not just cacophony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hear every fucking mouth breathing. You know, it's been much.
Yeah, you churn in and you bring up the comms.
My Uncle Jerry was a fucking mouth breather.
Not dirty, disgusting mouth breather.
Whoa, Dr. Graham.
A little bit of prejudice.
Craig, you touch the comms.
You got a copy there, Gordon? Can I hear static?
You hear static on your comms.
Do I normally hear static?
You do until they chime in. But you're just hearing open static.
Copy, Gordon. Copy, Doc. Let's go. Gear up.
Tony,
Gear up.
you gonna ask what's wrong?
I am asking.
There's no response. Can you hear him? I got nothing.
Hey, Gordon.
Tony, you open up yours and again get some static.
Hey, Gordon. Yo, I heard someone said they were a better gravity bowl champion than you.
You get all this static and then something starts to come through.
I used to work in an apartment building, one of those mega structures, and I would do maintenance. And I had the keys, and every now and then you'd walk in and see poor person hanging there, and the world's a depressing place enough as it is, and you see people that didn't quite make it. It's never gets old. Never get used to it.
And this static begins to fade back in.
Did I hear that too?
No, only Tony, when you get to check your comms, it comes through. Josh is reaching for something.
29 on the 35 fear save.
Nice.
How do you react?
Doc, you hear that just now?
No. Why? What'd you hear?
Nothing. I think I was, you're just hearing your own thoughts or something. Like, too much silence. It's alright. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if that's going to come across on the show how amazing that was in person.
So good, by the way. That's awesome.
Tony, you suddenly jump again as the comms come through. But this time, it's Dr. Elias and Gordon. And we cut back. Dr. Elias, Gordon, Cameron, you pick yourself up off the floor and you can still, the hairs on your arms are standing up. Gordon, same thing. You've just hucked this thing and it's exploded behind one of the dividers, a good, 10 to 12 meters away.
That's not supposed to happen, is it?
What was that thing?
Well, in my line of work, EMP. We're not supposed to set off EMPs, are we?
I don't think that's in the plan. It's probably not advisable. I'll check my comms. Hello? Can anyone hear us? Hello? Come in?
Is that you doctor?
Are we coming through clear? Did anything happen that way? I think we've hit a snag.
What?
We might have set off an EMP.
Did you say you set off an EMP?
This will be coming into Tony as well, and Craig, yeah.
How the hell?
Well, there was a mine. We found an AI core.
Okay.
Real shiny stuff. Then it started beeping, and I just hooked it over the wall. Is there, any sign that something knows we're here?
I sort of side-eye Tony.
I don't know. I mean, things have been showing up. Look, we know we gotta be careful in this place. It's, we got told it's dangerous and maybe a little bit spooky, so...
But nothing's, spoken to you?
Oddly specific.
Well, we know this place is run by, a sentient computer.
No computers.
Okay, well, This thing is probably mostly fried, but I'll go take a look at it anyway.
Alright, hang tight. We'll come up your way.
Tony and Craig, you begin to make your move. Back to the meeting room. Gordon, you walk over and pick up this, or look at it. You look at it first.
Yeah.
And you don't see any burn marks or anything like that. But you see the mine is sort of discharged and open. There's no sign of any electrical activity. And this cylindrical, silver-colored, reflective AI core is just sitting there. Now, you've repaired AI cores before. You repaired Raphael's core when he got shot to the chest.
Yes.
And this is quite different from that. This looks state-of-the-art. You haven't seen anything like this.
Whoa, baby. Some kind of new model? It seems like the MP was a dud.
It didn't sound like a dud.
Well, the comms are working. That's the first sign. Second sign.
Oh no, you know this went off. You just got far enough away from it. You hucked it like a champion.
But
Gordon doesn't know because he's completely hairless, so none of his hair's stood up.
But, okay, so...
Like a plucked chicken.
So there's no... So there is an EMP mechanism inside.
Yeah, sorry. This thing went off. It went...
Yeah.
But it's
And
just
static.
discharged now. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you know, if you would have been in close range to this thing, adjacent to it, it would have fried every single piece of electronic equipment on your person.
Yeah.
So you checked your comms, it still works.
Yeah,
You were
well,
out of the blast.
I'll pick up the AA core. We better open this and see if anything's salvageable, I guess. No one's gonna pay much for a fried AI core.
do we know it's definitely fried?
Well, it was right next to the AMP, so unless it's got some kind of state-of-the-art grounding inside. But then again, that's what we're here for. Although I don't like the idea of any IA core that's immune to EMPs. It's bad medicine, man.
What are we coming here looking for again? We're just scouting everything out?
You just you passed these rooms on the way through.
Yeah, we
and
didn't
as-
go in.
As they were taking off the door, you decided to maximize your time and go back to do a proper search.
Yeah.
Because remember, you only opened the door to this place.
Mm-hmm. And have we gone through all the meeting rooms? I can't.
I would think this is meeting room A. This is where you first went. You started looking and you found this. You got a few options. You can either continue your search through this area, or you can meet up, go back, or wait for, Tony and Graham are coming.
Yeah.
You can wait for them if you choose
Do we
to.
wait?
Well, yeah, let's not confuse them.
Mm.
We'll wait up.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
All right, I'm gonna on the comms. All right, we're gonna wait out here for you guys to show up, and then see what happens.
Out here where?
Back the way we came.
Meeting room
Meeting room number 1.
A.
Hey.
Meeting room number A. A1.
And a few minutes go by. You just look at each other and wonder what a, stressful few seconds you just had.
So who do you reckon put this here? One of the other
It must be
divers?
another diver. It looks like the place is picked clean, so I'm assuming that it's just for people who might be pretty green down here.
Yeah, well, frankly, if it's another diver, this can't be worth shit. Otherwise, they would have taken it with them.
Or it just is, a sacrifice to try and take out anybody else coming down here. I wouldn't put it past people.
One point of order, John. I apologize. It was meeting room number B.
Reading room number 2, B.
Motherfucker, we were in meeting room A. We're looking around for you.
Wondering where the fuck you were.
And Doug has just dropped one of his dice.
Andrew, roll a sanity check.
And, well, it's because it goes A, B, but you were coming from the opposite direction, B, A.
That's all.
And
Or
coming,
Baracus, as it's known.
coming in through the doors, Tony. Followed closely by Craig.
How do we know they're real? Hey, I'm just kidding.
Let's see.
good
what
question.
kind of 20 minutes you had?
I'll show the discharged EMP. Someone left us a present, I think.
What sort of state is the EMP in? Is it
Discharged fully.
fully? Is it like a grenade where it like fully explodes and this is just shrapnel I'm being handed, or is it still somewhat intact and it just releases a pulse?
You know it just releases a pulse. There's no shrapnel. It's designed specifically to combat androids and disable them.
Yeah.
Do you...
Only works once because it's an electronic device.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Does it look like there's any way I can sort of, if I get several of these, salvage them into one sort of working one, perhaps?
Not really, because they're designed to be completely inoperable. They're designed to combat androids specifically.
Yeah.
Or
You can't make a new grenade out of pieces of a grenade.
That's
yeah,
fine.
it's very advanced.
Can I just sort of,
You can pocket it.
I want to get an idea of how old it is, where it's come from roughly, like just a bit of a...
How old? It seems to be, it doesn't look like it was made by, it doesn't have any markings of Monarch on it.
No, sort of like
you don't notice the company,
yeah, okay.
but it is relatively, it was a functioning mine, obviously, they've told you that. One thing before we continue, Tony, please make a bends check.
How do I do that?
1d100. What is your current bends score?
3.
All right, you have to roll over 3.
92.
Nice.
If I roll under a 3, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, after all
Just
that.
roll a 1.
And you are all together now.
We look at the map.
Sure, bring up the map. Have you sketched this map? How did you copy it down from the terminal?
Mud map it? Just
Does anyone have a
light sketch?
a terminal on their inventory?
If I do, it would have. Thank goodness it wasn't ruined by the.
Oh yeah,
No, I don't.
What kind of terminal would you need?
Like a
computer
portable
terminal. Portable
Oh.
terminal.
Yep.
I'm just saying, you saw the readout of the map, but you can't take it with you. You would have had to transfer it to your terminal or draw it.
Well, these are offices. This is office space, right?
Didn't one of us choose to have a handheld terminal?
It's got to be on your inventory.
No, it was...
I thought you did.
Was it a terminal? No.
No. I had a sample collection kit. And we had a discussion about how that would work.
Because I got the med scanner. Didn't you get the other one? The
I have a bioscanner.
bioscanner, med scanner, and then someone has a diagnostic cybernetic
All right,
scanner.
so you don't have it.
No.
That's fine.
Is this is an office space, right?
Sure.
Is there paper anywhere?
There's torn books everywhere.
Yeah, and pens.
And paper and pens. Look, you've got a map. I'm just asking you how you got it.
Or
You
just
got a
draw
map.
it manually.
You know, I did a few art classes. The teacher was pretty hot. So that's the only way. I'm not, not a pussy or anything, but
Doesn't that make that canon last session?
Mm-hmm.
not the art teacher. I think it was the gym teacher.
It was
Everyone
a
had
teacher.
Everyone had
A
a,
teacher.
the janitor, everyone had a laugh. Okay, you're in meeting room B. Do you want to go to search another room?
Sure. Let's go search meeting room A.
What? I think I've lost this from my brain.
Sure.
It's fallen out. What are we actually looking for specifically in this part? Is it something specific that we're trying to find here? Or this is just we're figuring it out because the other places are too dangerous to go?
This is the Arcady said it was the introductory baby steps
Yeah.
into the deep. He can take you to perhaps another place, but you didn't ask, but he sort of recommended that new divers start in floor number 1, reception.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
I was just double checking because I was like, were we supposed to be getting something? But
So you didn't say Arcady, where can I find this?
yeah.
And he wouldn't know.
I think we keep going, but maybe as a group, maybe we want to check out meeting room number A.
Number A. Copy
Sure.
that.
You go
Number
north
8.
Number A.
to meeting room A.
Oh, the portable computer terminal is on the manifest for the Black Swan. That's why no one bought another one.
MK has one, but he's not here.
He's not here. It's just that you didn't pack it. It's not on the people that are here. Here we go. Tony, Gordon, Elias, and Craig. So this room looks pretty much similar. It's more luxury and plush, dingy plush carpeting, mold smell, luxury office chairs, sort of executive meeting room.
Do you reckon this is where someone got loads of shares and became rich? And then, ruined some guy's marriage and stole his daughter?
That's oddly specific, Gordon.
You travel in
Tell you what, if I find some shares, Gordon, they're yours.
I'll need a lot of shares to compete with that prick.
You go in. This is good banter as you're walking through the meeting tables. You see one of these rooms is sort of blockaded off, and someone's turned one of the long meeting tables on its side, like some kind of a barricade as you open this room.
Is it barricaded on the inside to prevent us from getting in, or is it barricaded on the outside to prevent something inside coming out?
Yeah, it's as if someone was in the room and had flipped this table facing the door to act as cover for someone walking through the door.
Okay, so
Otherwise, we probably wouldn't know it was barricaded.
yeah.
That's my cue to sort of turn the fuck around and start looking out everywhere.
Yeah, you're looking. There doesn't seem to be any. You don't hear anything when you open the door.
No, I'm looking into the room that we're currently in now.
With the barricaded table?
No, the other room, the room on the other side of the barricaded table where we are.
Yeah, you've been traveling for a while.
Yeah.
You're trying to remove the barricades?
No,
You're saying?
I see someone's barricaded against where we are
Our
positioned,
direction. Yeah.
which means that where we are currently, something was
bad
attacking
was.
something inside that building. So this is my opportunity to go right and turn around and see. It's a little sort of paranoid tick of what
Yeah.
the fuck is in here with us.
You stop, you quiet everyone down. You just hear the breathing. And you don't hear any signs of life. You just hear the hum of sort of the station hum.
The breathing being his breathing.
All of you. You just sort of...
We hear our breathing.
Craig's like, everyone be quiet.
Mm.
And you just listen for about 30 seconds. You hear no signs of movement.
Sweet. Yep. That's it.
Is this
What do you
look
want
like
me to say?
Does it look like it's been picked through this room as well?
You going to enter it and search it?
I'm confused about which side of the barricade we're on.
We're on this
You're
side.
outside the room.
The barricade.
There's a barricade facing us.
There's a room.
The door's not barricaded.
Okay,
You
so
see-
you can see into the other room.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody's nailed
No.
the door shut.
Someone.
Okay, I was envisioning something. Okay, I'm
Yes.
picking up what everybody's putting
So
down
we're
now.
chest-
Chest high wall.
We're standing like in the doorway to a room. Inside that room is a barricade facing towards us, meaning someone inside the room was afraid of something coming through the same doorway we are now currently coming through.
Yep, got it.
So let's go in the room, I
Yes.
think.
Gordon, you see on top of this table someone scratched with a knife on the top. Fuck off.
How old?
How old is it?
How old is it?
You get out the identifying wood glass with that
is
like
there
picture.
is there any flakes? Like
No.
debris? Or is
Like
there a
skin-
Like when you
Like
scratch
skin
something
flakes?
really fresh, it's like quite pale wood, and over time it might get grubby.
It's pretty grubby. Behind this table, you find a backpack just
Oh.
resting up against it.
Don't open the bag.
Craig says,
I lift the backpack without opening it to see how heavy it is.
pretty heavy.
There's something inside this?
You hear maybe glass and little tinking, like ting, 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 ting.
Can I tick on my heat vision goggles and see if the bag is giving off anything?
No.
No.
Who wants me to open it?
I think it means you can, but you can't see anything. There's no heat signature.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna stand over there, and he walks out of the room.
I gotta do everything around here.
I wouldn't stand. That's prime hucking position. Maybe take 10 feet to the. Yep. Sweet.
Yeah, everyone, I've traumatized them already on just searching for rooms.
Right.
But John, that could have been a random roll. You don't know. The chance might have been very low for that to happen.
I'm gonna unzip it.
Inside, straight away, shotgun shells, 12. Flashlight.
Yeah, boy.
What are you saying, yeah, boy? You're the furthest away from this thing as you possibly can be.
No, I'm
Craig.
right next to
Are
him.
you?
It was Tony that was
Oh,
backing
Tony
off.
is.
12 shotgun shells.
You got gloves on?
No.
Ah, we're having fun.
I actually am wearing a hazard suit, so yes.
6 glass vials. Craig, you look over. Stim packs.
Oh boy. 12. How many was that?
Six.
6 impacts. I'll go through the rest of it first.
6 stim packs, 12 shotgun shells, and a flashlight.
Can I have a look at one of those little vials there?
Sure.
And I pick
Like
it up.
to get high, do you?
Well, not on the job, but
Looks like a dull red liquid.
Never before the game.
never before the game. Only after.
Once you've won.
Or unless you're no, I'm not going to say that joke.
You know, a lot of the guys were shooting up in the locker room. I didn't need that sort of enhancement, you know, it's natural born gifts, you know.
I'm sorry, is this your character?
I just can't help myself. Can't help myself.
There was one particular player named Fenn Brothers. He was notorious for it. What sort of state is this? Does this look like is there like an expiry date on this? Does this look like it was some sort of homemade hooch version of a stim pack?
There's a barcode, but you've probably got nothing to scan it with. Have you? Terminal?
Not terminal, no.
Diagnostic? Anything?
I've got a medical scanner.
Medical standing will do it.
Yep.
You scan these stim packs, and they come up pretty old, out of date, like years old.
Can I make a intelligence check to see if old stim packs still work?
Nope, you're a surgeon.
Yep.
They don't still work.
They're
Or they could even be poisonous.
okay. So I'm going to.
Like imagine if you guys didn't have a doctor with you. You carry these stim packs, right?
You gotta go use
And
them.
you go to use them, and they're fucking poisonous.
I'm going to
This is why you can't just be all Marines.
look to Gordon with this wicked-looking grin on my face, and go, "Hey Gordon, I got some poisonous stim packs here. If we ever get a bit of a shakedown or find someone we don't like getting hurt or whatever, jab them with one of these and tell them it's a stim pack. Play dumb."
You some kind of creep? Who does that to somebody?
Well, you don't know when you need to poison
What
someone.
the hell's wrong with you?
I'm just saying. I can't give them poisonous stim packs. I know better.
You don't like someone, you break their knees.
That's the only decent thing to do.
That's the only decent thing to do. Trust me, I've got robot knees. This is how we did it back in the game.
Yo, you're always right. You know, you go straight for the knees.
Straight for the knees. Knees or eyes.
I was just going to say, Doug, Craig, this is exactly what someone has just done. What you're saying is what someone may have done right now.
I don't want to add them to my kit unless I need to mark them to identify them separate to my
Yeah,
stim
you're not
pack.
carrying those, Dr. Poison. I'll take him.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking giving it to him.
I don't trust you.
Because if
Why
I
don't you point to me?
if I say Gordon, go heal that guy, and it's someone that we hate, it's my cue for Gordon to just go and fucking
This
poison
seems
him.
very... For those of you who listen to Nobody Wake the Bugbear Ghosts of Gondelgrim podcast will recall...
Sorry, John, I think I know what you're going to say, because I pointed at Josh subconsciously, and it's because Kobayas would label his vials of poison potions
Yeah.
all the time. Is that what you were going for?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah, someone may or may not have drunk one of those.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it today. This was years ago.
Just-
Unless, Dr. Cameron, unless you want to keep the expired stim packs.
No, I don't think I do, but I appreciate the offer.
Okay.
Unless you'd have to clearly label them, obviously.
no, just keep them away from the good stim packs.
How about we leave them next to those cigarettes in the kitchen?
This, yeah. 3 stim packs. Oh, you evil bastards.
They're just arsenic cigarettes.
When you're staring at this flashlight, it's a very military flashlight. Black and military issue. Not something that you could just buy. It would have to be issued by a company. Dr. Craig and most of you probably notice it belonging to the troubleshooters, the company mercenaries blockading this system. And we flash back a couple of hours, an hour and a half, to the shuttle. And Arcady, you're going through descending down to the deep back in the shuttle. The rising engines start burring up, and Arcady's sitting there at the controls. It's ricketing, and he shouting over the thing. You're approaching the visitors dock. You know, I must tell you about the troubleshooters. What do you know so far?
They're some sort of merc band, hired thugs, locals, in charge of keeping people from coming in here.
Sorry, did you call me?
No, it's not Merkaba.
Oh, Merc Band. Never mind.
Merc band. Sorry, Merkaba.
Yes, I will give you some helpful information. The troubleshooters will sometimes conduct raids upon levels of the deep this one being the most frequent. It is never sure when they will come, but when they do, it is best to stay out of their way.
Right. Do they have a shoot-on-sight policy for outsiders being in?
As far as they are concerned, no human should be on the deep, so
that's
they
a yes.
act indiscriminately. So yes, I would recommend not encountering them.
Do they have some sort of identifying uniform so I know to shoot on sight myself?
That would be very unadvisable. They usually conduct raids in 10-soldier assault teams.
Right.
They will have these black exosuits with red visors.
Right.
They carry with them state-of-the-art weaponry.
So don't shoot on sight, just run and hide. Cool.
If you
Copy.
encounter a kill team or a raiding team, I would advise you to take a wide berth. Anyway, it doesn't appear that they are here now. Shall we enter the deep?
Lead the way.
And we fade out. And we come back to the meeting.
Man, I want those loot.
Exosuits, yeah.
Yeah, the troubleshooters are the Marines. They're like the Marines to the Navy of this blockade. They're a small private army. They are there to board the deep itself. Their mission is to ensure no androids escape the facility. So they just come there and they don't care about collateral damage. They will just mow down whatever they come across. It's their job to stop anything getting out. They don't really, as you saw, they don't stop anything coming in too much. They ask for bribes, but their mission is to not let anything out. So they come down in squads and they just patrol. They wear all black exosuits, military grade. You would know it as heavy armor. They usually have these helmets with red visors, and you just hear their vocal coming through on comms only, audio only, sort of thing like that. Their visors shine red in the dark. They are merciless and brutal to behold. And we cut back to you looking at this troubleshooter issue torch.
Do you reckon they booby-trap their gear? Seems like
Who are you talking to?
just whoever...
Gordon?
Well, why not just not leave it behind? I mean, do they have a lot against divers, or is it just androids they don't like?
I think it's anything and everything in here. It's a shoot-on-sight, ask question later sort of policy. Fair policy to have, mind you.
Well, they're bad at their jobs because this place is crawling with divers most of the time.
Well, there's nothing wrong with coming in. They're not gatehousing people coming in. It's more people going out, from my understanding.
Craig, do you have this suspicion that this was a trap?
Now that I'm looking at this torch, yes.
How would you inspect something? How would you diagnose something like this?
My instinct was initially to sort of pull the torch apart before even turning it on to check it.
You can do that. It just takes time.
And then...
But you've got 23 hours.
The shotgun shells... Can I look around to see if there's any sort of wiring or booby-trapping in the room?
Yeah, you check around, and apart from this bag, there's nothing much of interest in this room apart from the blockade.
Any bodies?
No.
Okay. Yeah, right. Is this like a single hand 10, 15, 20 centimeter long torch, or is this one of those big batteny ones?
Batteny.
Okay.
Like
Like
it
a
could,
mag light.
it
Like
could
mag,
double
yeah.
as a bludgeoning weapon.
Right. Yeah.
And it would do about D10 damage.
I'll take a little bit of time and pull the torch apart and...
Okay, what's everyone else want to do in this situation?
We'll keep looking if there's anything else in the room.
Yeah.
This room, no, but there's still the entire area.
And let's not split up.
You don't have to split up, but... Oh, yeah, you do if you're leaving Craig.
I'm gonna try a thing while you're taking that apart.
Sure.
So, looking around, I want that personal camera of mine. That would have been like on my
The body cam?
on the body cam. Yeah. How big are they? They're like,
Oh, about the size of small fist?
I mean, they come in all sizes.
Like a GoPro.
Like a GoPro. Okay. And is there a way to attach it to something if I wanted to Like if there was a hole and I wanted to feed it through and check it on my HUD?
No, it's not like a fine, like a radial camera where you can just scope things out. It's attached to your clothing and battery powered from a battery pack probably in your suit.
I mean, like, could I strap it to like a stick or, a rod?
You could. It would just have to take its little power pack with it, I guess. Like it's bulkier than a little spy camera. It's not a sort of spy camera.
Damn.
Smart.
What did you want to look for?
Well, I wanted to see how deep each floor is from the other. So if I got a drill in my toolkit, it's going to try and drill a hole in the floor and just see, how far down does the floor, like, is it thick? Are they thin? Can you just see between them? Like, what's the story?
Can you tell that with like a bioscanner or something? Would that give
No,
you
you would-
the gist of
And
that?
even the drill, you would need like industrial equipment to start ripping off floors of a space station. Like mechanically, it's probably not very feasible because there would be considerable mechanical pieces between the floors. It could be dozens of meters, 100 meters.
Well, yeah, it's what I was trying to figure out. Like open up a little patch.
Yeah.
Just have a look.
Start ripping up the floor.
Doesn't rip up a piece of the floor, you
Cool.
know?
You see Tony start ripping into the floor.
Just pick like an empty corner kind of thing,
you-
and just like, I might even...
You pull up this plush carpet.
Yeah, I pull up the carpet. I've got a crowbar. I might, try and drill a basic hole and then just kind of rip
Yeah.
some of it up. I just want to see,
You just hear
like,
this
what's the structure look like? Is it concrete? Is it just metal sheeting?
after the carpet. It just goes through the sheeting and just starts going. I mean, it's just really loud, just glaring metal through this thing. Craig, you just hear this and what are they doing? And you're trying to do electrical work,
Putting one finger in one of my ears. Like,
and it goes through, and you've made a hole.
Okay. And just shine a flashlight in there, and
It looks like it's gone down about 12 inches, maybe, and then it's opened up into cabling and metal pipes, heating, things like that. Perhaps you would know power cables.
yeah. So it's like the roughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What do the shotgun shells look like? They look like normal shotgun shells?
Yeah, if you inspect them, do you know a thing about shotgun shells? Ballistics? Have you got
I
firearms?
don't. I have industrial equipment, but I don't know if that helps me.
Nah.
No. Probably seen a shotgun shell before.
Yeah.
But does it just look like the shotgun shells I've seen before?
Yeah.
Doesn't look any.
I'm going to try and unscrew a shotgun shell.
Gordon, you unscrew the shotgun shell, and
it goes bang.
it's a dud.
Oh,
Let's screw another one.
Fun.
A dud. The powder's all spoiled.
Ah, tricky.
Okay.
Poisonous stim packs and budded shotgun shells.
And a human head.
Yes.
And we cut to Dr. Craig. Craig, you're going through this torch. You open it up. It's quite hard once you get it open. You're using tools for this, right? What sort of tools?
I'm probably borrowing some of Tony's
using his tools.
some of his more finer.
This is
tools.
electric.
Yeah, I got an electrical toolkit.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this drilling's finished and you're opening up this torch. And you know a bit about jerry rigging, right?
Yep.
You find in this torch some kind of radio communication device that's slowly
Bugged.
blinking. And as you look down on that, you just hear in the distance footsteps.
As soon as I see the bug, I go, move it. Get the fuck out of here. This thing is bugged. We've got friends. We've got company. We
I
gotta
dropped the shotgun shells.
get the fuck out of here now. Move.
Well, is it in the hallway? The noise?
You hear footsteps coming from the distance, probably to the west, general direction, passing through, and you hear a few tinks, and then you hear nothing, as you know a lot of this stuff is carpeted as you starting into the room.
Does it sound like they were far enough away for it to be worth us getting up out of the room and running away without being seen?
You've got a bit of time if you want to get a position going.
I don't
Just
think.
tell me what you're doing.
Does it sound? So it sounds like they came from.
Man, it'd be good if we had a fridge door right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we back up back up to the kitchen and use your fridge door technique to wait these fuckers out.
This thing would be coming from the hallway you entered this area into.
Yeah.
Can we see a map just so we can visualize? Because I'm
Sure.
struggling with the.
I can show you the squares.
It's probably coming from the north, so we got to move down to the south where we were before. So back towards the kitchen
Okay, so where are we now?
there.
Meeting room A. Remember, this is a rectangular box. We speak relative. All you know is this thing is coming from where you came from, and it's getting closer.
So the
I need some
hallway's
reactions.
the hallway's what
Don't
next
look at the map, Josh.
I'm trying to understand my bearings. So is the hallway coming from the cafeteria?
No, that's 10 minutes away. You've been walking for...
I'm trying to
20
see,
minutes.
Like there's a little bit between the cafeteria and the thing, or which direction you came from, because we were in the kitchen and we came through here, but we also arrived from a different angle. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to say which came from are you talking about?
The hallways outside of this room are to the west, and you've travelled for about 20 minutes to
Towards
get here.
the entrance or the kitchen?
Reception or kitchen? Which way is
Too
it
hard
heading
to
from?
tell.
From the hand-drawn map, all you know is once you get out of this room, you go back into the long hallway.
Yeah.
To the north were the stairs and the reception where you came from, and to the south is the cafeteria.
Does it sound like it's coming from
Okay,
the
we're
north
not-
or
we're
the
not-
south?
Doug,
We're not
it
gonna
is,
make
It's from that hallway.
Doug,
in
it
general.
is imminently coming
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
now,
I'm gonna
and
make it
because
down
you've
cafeteria.
procrastinated,
No,
see
Andrew,
something.
hold up. Wait, this is all...
I was
above
just trying to
table
figure
talk.
out if they were different locations.
Is the noise coming from what sounds like the north or the south? You say we can hear these footsteps. So we
Yes.
haven't reacted. We haven't done anything. We've heard these footsteps. This is all in the moment still.
yeah, and
Is
Craig
it coming
said take
from
cover.
the north or the south, roughly?
North.
Okay, so my suggestion was we hightail it south, which is sort of what...
So your plan is to run away from the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You begin to pack up your gear. Tony rips his camera back on. Might not have time to reattach it to yourself. And you begin...
Oh yeah, I didn't take the camera off because
Oh,
you said it was going to be too difficult with like you having to take the battery pack and all
like,
that
no,
kind of
I said you could do it. It's just not a fine... It's not designed for a spy cam, like a thing. Anyway, you begin to move.
towards cafeteria. So I'm going to...
No, Doug,
No,
you
we're
have to go back the way you
We're
came.
not going to make it to the
So
cafeteria.
Hmm.
you can hide somewhere
That's why
in
we were
this room.
asking about. So that's why I was asking about the hallway and where it goes. Does it go both places? And you were saying if you go south, it goes towards the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So that's why we were saying towards the cafeteria. So if that's wrong information, please help us understand better.
Yeah.
So you've got two options. Option one is going back the way you came and perhaps
Which is
encountering
towards where?
Yeah.
the hallways that go south to the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Or you can hide somewhere in
Yeah,
this area.
I came
Yeah.
prepared for the fact that we probably might encounter it. The
All
idea
right.
was we're going to book it.
Let's go.
I'm going
So that's why we
to
said cafeteria.
turn on my flashlight, and as we sort of
yeah.
hit the door,
Yeah, yeah. You're going
poke
to
it out and
Yeah.
sort of blind it, and then I'm just going to flicker the flashlight on and off to sort of
settle down.
blind
Settle
the
down.
hallway.
We're not into
north.
initiative yet.
Yeah,
You gather together, you pick up your stuff,
just telling you what I'm thinking.
and you go out
That's what I'm planning.
this area, and you peek round one of the walls, and you see something. You see an android. You see this blank-faced, mannequin-like android wearing a cloud bank jumpsuit with some yellow markings on it, as apart from the blue. They look like a mass-produced, plain-faced android with a blank face, without eyes or mouth. And this thing is just walking down the hallway holding an SMG in its hands. What do you do, Craig? You're in front.
I'm going to gesture at everyone to start hoofing it south towards our little kitchenette.
This thing sees you because
And
of the
I'm
flashlight, and it
going
sees you
to-
peek around.
Pop a shot at it. and
All right.
Just start opening fire on
Let's
it.
roll speed. Craig, you're in point. Everyone roll speed. Craig, what did you get? You were on point?
I got a critical fail.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
You looked around the corner and you saw it, but not before it locked onto you and recognized you straight away. And this sent up a pang of panic in you. Take a stress, we'll come back to you. Gordon,
26 under 35.
you pass. Elias,
61 over 36.
you fail. Take a stress. And Tony,
43 over 42.
fail.
Mm.
Okay, so only Gordon. First off, we have to roll a panic. Mr. Craig, as you just see this thing, you thought you were being proactive and sneaky, but this thing saw you. Let's go a panic. Your stress can't be that bad.
Fuck me. So my stress is 5,
Yes?
and with that recent fail, it's now a 5, and I just rolled a 5.
Okay. You gain the condition, coward.
Oh, fuck me.
You must make a fear save to engage in violence, otherwise you flee.
Yeah, good, because I have great fear.
Gordon,
Yes.
it's your turn. You see Dr. Craig just freeze.
I run to the doorway.
You run to the doorway. You
Look at
see,
what he's looking at.
You see this android holding a weapon up.
Android armed! I yell. How far away is it?
It is close.
5 Shede. I run to tackle it.
Holy crap. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
Boy.
Are you doing a strength or a combat? Are you trying to tackle it and take its weapon, or are you trying to just rip through it? Rip and tear.
I'll do a strength.
Okay. Go for it.
With hand to hand
Of course.
at it.
Man, anyone tried saying hello?
It's got his weapon raised.
It's got no face.
And it's
I
got
don't-
no face.
I don't like it. And it's set a bug.
Well,
So I've got to go under 65.
oh, nice.
38 under 65.
You run up to this thing, vibe Shetty in hand, and just do a splitting attack around its arms. No, are you trying to tackle it, aren't you?
Yeah, I have the Vapshedi in hand, but the first thing I do is jump on it.
So you hip and shoulder it, sort
Yeah.
of thing?
Yeah.
All right, this thing goes to the ground, smacks on the ground, and you are now sitting on top of this thing. Everyone else, no, it's the creature's turn, because everyone else failed. This android just silently tries to push you off with its strength, and it's just going to make a check.
Is it contested?
No. Success with a 10, it pushes you off and writhes around. It's still on the ground. It sort of gets up holding its weapon. That is all it can do. It just points its eyes at you. No, it points
It's
its
got no
face
eyes,
at you.
yeah.
The gun gets pointed at you. And now it is everyone else's turn.
This is one ugly pipe cleaner.
Tony, what do we got? Come on, Tony. You're in a pickle here.
I guess I've heard a lot about robots, so I'm coming out and I'm kind of having a look, and I can see what it's pointing a gun.
Yeah, you see Gordon hip. No, you didn't see it hip and shoulder, but you heard this big crack. You see Gordon standing up over this thing. It has gotten up off the floor, holding a weapon at Gordon. What do you do?
I mean, I didn't have enough time to put my drill away, so
Come up with a drill.
I'm gonna try and drill it in the face.
All right. You run up with this drill. You're going to roll industrial equipment?
Yeah.
All right.
Little double teamster action.
Yeah, tag team on this
I was
motherfucker.
gonna check which one. Industrial equipment. There we go. Okay. Plus 10.
Get it!
Nah, man, that wasn't good.
Get it!
What'd you get?
I got 91.
That is a fail. Please take a stress right now. Your drill did not... Maybe you stabbed into it, right? But it just glanced off the
I
shoulder.
forgot to pull the damn drill trigger. I just poked it. Fucking.
God damn it, this ain't woodworking class!
All right, Elias, Craig,
I'm going to try to shoot it with my pulse rifle.
pulse rifle. That's significantly...
It has a long range. I wanted to ask about this. Is that or a trank pistol? So
It's a bit...
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I got the dice back to front.
Okay.
I thought I read 91 instead of 19. Sorry.
Well, that would be a hit. Please roll your damage.
I just realized when I realized that didn't have a 0 next to it, and I was like, why did I say 90? What is it? What do I roll?
Let's go 2d10.
2d10.
It is a drill, like a thick one.
to the face.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a proper drill. 10 damage.
You smack off 10 damage. You do pierce it, and it goes straight into the shoulder of this thing.
And I want to pick the shoulder that's holding the gun.
It doesn't work like that. You just pick a shoulder. It's got both hands on the gun. Let's go.
Looks like there's no minus on a combat check when fired at close range for this. It's only the smart rifle that does that.
Yep, you had this thing ready. You knew you were sneaking
Yeah.
behind Craig. Craig was taking point. You've got your weapon on you, and it's drawn. Let's
So,
go.
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang.
However,
Nope. Okay.
you've got Tony and Gordon right in adjacent to it.
Yeah, writhing in its midst.
So
You could shoot one of us.
This could go wrong if you critically fail.
Can I get a bit
Do it.
closer before I do
Have
it?
you got training in firearms?
Nope.
You don't know. You're just going to shoot.
I'm just going to shoot.
Firearm safety.
Ooh, that's good.
Good.
It's an 11 under
Critical.
38.
Critical.
Critical success.
Nice.
You line up the shot, Elias, and from some miracle, you just go 3 straight bursts into its chest. Center mass. Roll double damage.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. So it's 3d10 on a single shot. So
6d10.
Do you want me to roll all separately or just double my 3
It's up
result?
to
Okay.
I mean, I can give you more.
What do we got? 33.
you. 33 points of damage. This thing just takes it to the chest and just goes... flies back from the impact, slides across the floor in this hallway and just sits there, inert.
Whoa!
And initiative ends.
Just quickly,
You're trying to kill us!
Did I kill you?
quickly, because of the military background thing that we did when I did the military training,
Sure.
I gained the marine trauma response alongside
Everyone must make a fear save right now because Dr. Craig failed
a panic check.
a panic check.
That's bad. That is
Oh, it's bad.
95 over 26.
So you just take another stress.
Sorry, Dave. 14 under 35.
You passed, you didn't need your advantage.
Yeah, it says on panic checks. Advantage on panic.
Oh, only on panic checks? I do apologize. This was just a fear. Gordon,
47 over 37.
take stress. That shot really... what are you doing?
Yeah.
Craig is going to...
Craig, what happened?
Little hints throughout the first few episodes. Craig doesn't like androids. I don't know if people picked up on that. He doesn't like androids.
He's a robo bigot.
Yeah.
A road bigot, if you will.
He used a technique that he's used quite regularly, that is to blind the opponents so that he can get a good look at what the hell he's dealing with. The second he saw an eyeless android, he sort of remembered back to an incident where he and his squad were in this sort of shopping center, and the local support androids and industrial androids out of nowhere went from inert to combat ready and jumped them. And he does not like and does not trust androids, and that's sort of... He's been pretty good, but he just remembered that, and it shook him.
I'm sure the rest of you just see Craig hugging the wall. What do you do?
I stomp on its head. I grab the machine gun.
As you stomp on its head, the arm goes to grab your foot, and then it's got no strength. It's just like a reaction. And as you crush its skull, it just goes...
Gah! You freak!
Fucking
Not bad for the away team.
fucking milk bloods.
What brought this on? Hey,
Ah,
Dr. Craig.
the torch. Sorry. The torch has got a bug in it.
Son of a bitch. Who put the bug in it? This
Well-
guy?
I don't know.
Why not?
It could be...
Someone's got to know what's going on.
Come on, it's a serious thing.
Could be the troubleshooters. It could be the androids setting traps for rookies like us. Good shot, Doctor.
I'll blow the smoke off the end of my rifle.
Nice.
Fucking lucky it was a good shot.
You're gonna lose that good shot nickname there, Gordon.
Yeah, well, it leaves me to do when I'm dead. I'm gonna chop its hand off with my vibe shady.
Another hand gained.
And just spirit it away.
This thing is wearing a security android jumpsuit.
Cloudbank?
Cloudbank.
Cloudbank. Does this thing look? This thing looks very android. It's got no eyes and stuff, right?
Yeah, it is a basic level security droid. You would think they would work in teams, very basic level security. Probably they would look exactly the same. and they work as like a hive mind, pretty much. They don't have much capability for tactical thought.
Right. We gotta
They're cheap and mass-produced.
bunker down somewhere and get ready, or we stop moving and we don't stop moving.
Why? It's just one.
Where there's one, there's probably gonna be more.
Oh, good.
It's a bit redundant as a statement because you're in an android manufacturing facility.
Exactly. If we had the element of surprise, it is gone.
I
So
think that might have been gone with the EMP, honestly.
yeah.
So what do we do? Back where?
We can hunker down by the pickup point and wait for him to pick us up.
22 hours or 23 and a half hours.
We could move to the kitchen.
Sorry, 22 and a half hours.
Move to that little kitchen hideout, or we could just keep pushing on and don't stop.
Well, why don't we go and wait for a bit, see if something happens, and then give it like a couple hours.
Well, you can definitely wait and catch your bearings.
Yeah.
You can go back to the kitchen for this if you like. You got the door.
Is there a way to drop this condition that I've got? If I take some like downtime or something?
Yeah, so you cast restoration back at base.
Take a short rest.
No, this has brought back a trauma to you, Doug. This might take a lot to get over, especially more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Can I take some drugs?
You can take as much drugs as you want.
Okay. I'm just wondering, is this going to be a short, we wait a few hours and I can sort of...
Nah.
You need short leave.
It's a traumatic
It's a
condition.
short
Yeah.
leave. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of hours just chilling out isn't going to deal with that deep
I mean,
trauma.
You have been traumatized.
You role-played that brilliantly, and I love what you brought forth of the character.
Mm.
In Mothership, the story is about these characters and how they deal with the situation. So it might take a bit of getting used to. And you think, oh, it's just a debuff. Can't do this. But it's making your character who he is. You know?
It's just a really, really fucking unfortunate one for him. Right.
So we're back in the kitchen?
Yeah, you make your way back to the kitchen. 20 minutes, you go through these
Yeah.
hallways. You do not encounter, as you travel, it's relatively unaccosted.
Can I keep an eye on the bioscanner while we're hanging out?
Sure. It picks up you guys.
Which we all hope it would.
As you get to the cafeteria, you don't see anything after the range of the bioscanner.
All right. So
Looks
yeah, while we're
clear.
just doing our thing here, I'm just going to keep checking it occasionally.
Sure. Your intention is to now barricade this kitchen and hold up for a while, a few hours?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's for the best.
See what happens.
Let's do it.
Why don't we just wait here a little while? See what happens.
How's everyone looking? Tony? Gordon?
Well, I'm not jumpy.
Did you get any cuts, any bruises? Did it hit you?
No, these shoulders can take anything.
Out of my boy.
It's my knees that were the problem.
Well, you can't call him Robo Knees no more.
As you get back to the kitchen, you see cigarettes, 3. You also see
Andrew stops to roll the dice.
4 cans of food, beans, spaghetti, canned meat, laid out on the plate.
How very generous of a host.
Have I seen this happen?
When you walked in, you saw the golden rat? Yeah. You saw the cigarettes.
But, so this is different to the way it was?
In addition to those cigarettes is now,
There's now cans
4
of food.
cans of food.
What? And the golden rat?
Yeah.
Oh, I took the golden rat.
You took the
Oh,
golden rat?
took
Did
the
you?
golden rat.
You didn't say that.
I did.
Oh,
Rewind on the tape?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was like, that's weird that no one's taken it. And you're like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I thought, but if that's not true, tell me now.
I'm now 60% sure that I said I took it.
Because I know as
60, no, wait, 55, 50. I'm not sure at
It's
all.
getting less and less now. That
I
think
know
about
as
it.
Josh just said that you said I want to take it, and Tony said, whoa, someone hasn't taken it, you know.
Yeah, I know we had that conversation.
and
but
you took it.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
yeah.
that's
why I was
My
like,
intention
if you
was
had-
to take it.
If you took it and you're like, that's weird that no one took it. You
Yeah.
just take it.
yeah. That's
Yeah, I guess it was.
I'm running on the assumption that I was taking it anyway.
Okay, Tony and Craig, as you were leaving that room, as you've moved the door, Craig just swipes it, puts it in his
Sure.
pack. You don't know. You come back, the rat's gone.
Whether it's
The cigarettes
the
are there.
rat's turned into some canned food. That's weird.
maybe it's rat meat.
There are no cans.
Do I roll
So
a
there's no food?
But
bends or something?
you players,
Wait.
Don't-
So he took the rat, and when we come back, there's now not additional cans?
now what, Josh? You don't know this.
We're now living
Wink,
in
wink,
that reality.
wink. We're living in the reality of the thing. You can't use that information. Yeah?
Oh, so
No. I'm not trying to use the information. I'm just trying to say, are you saying that now that the rat's gone, there wasn't additional stuff there?
I am nodding.
Are the
nodding my
3
head.
cigarettes still there?
They are.
Okay.
So okay, cool.
But also the rat was always gone.
Do I now am in possession of a bunch of canned food instead of a golden rat?
Doug,
No. Okay.
I'll be a bit meta with you right now. What just happened with the cans
Didn't happen.
didn't happen because you took the statue of the rat.
Yep.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah,
So we walk back into the kitchen. There's
as I
3
was
cigarettes
saying-
on the table.
Oh, the rats turned into some canned food? I can't keep up with this place, man.
No, there's no canned food.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the rat's gone.
Yeah, I've got it.
I mean, I thought we said it was weird, right?
Yeah. And then I think I said something along the lines of, it's for someone. It's a message to someone. I feel like we should
Sure.
take it and see who's who in the zoo. In our little crew.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to you.
Nice rhyming, Seuss.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get this door fixed up, and we can.
Yeah, within the hour, you get this pretty good barricade. You don't have a welder, but it is a heavy door. You can. You said you didn't have your welder.
No,
on.
I said I left it at the ship, didn't I?
So you've got one.
I own a welder. I just must have left it behind,
Yeah,
according
me
to
too.
my own dialogue.
Yeah. One of the doors to the kitchen is barricaded through mundane reasons, perhaps a pole or a crowbar in the latch. The other one is more secure with the actual door up against it. So you know you've probably got a better option of guarding both doors. One is a bit better than the other. And you spend some time here. How many hours are you spending?
Like 2.
2 hours? Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Anything specific you want to do over those 2 hours, or we can skip ahead?
Chat.
Yeah.
Talk shit.
Honestly, I think we only need like 1 hour. I would get bored, like fucking bored after
Just
the
start-
first hour.
Just taking off more doors.
I would. I absolutely would.
Dismantling
You
the
can-
kitchen.
If you got jury rigging, you can try to get these burners up and running, have some hot food. Oh, the MREs would heat, so you can eat some MREs.
Yeah, have some lunch.
I'm going to just keep an eye on the bioscanner while we're sort of recuperating a little bit. I'll just going to be writing in a notebook.
You got
At
the
the same
bioscanner?
Yeah, I've got the bioscanner.
About 1 hour and a half into it, you just see this faint dot coming in
From which direction?
out into the cafeteria.
Okay, I'm going to let everybody
like
know
it's
that
in the cafeteria.
we got
Close.
something on the scanner.
It depends how you react to this news. Do you stay
in the
mouth
cafeteria.
quiet or do you look?
I mean, I'm gonna have a look.
Point of order. If you have a look, you're opening that door, you're taking off the crowbar, it's going to make a lot of noise.
Oh, I thought you said there were 2 doors.
There are
Yeah,
two
they're
doors.
both barricaded.
They're both barricaded.
Oh,
I assume you've barricaded both doors.
well, I
Remember?
mean that'd take time. So
No, crowbar in one.
Maybe you left your body cam on the other side.
No, you took it. It's just, what do you want to do with that information?
No, that's what I was thinking of doing next time if I get a spare cam, is to set it up somewhere so I can get the good view.
Like a trail camera.
Yeah.
You reacting? What do you want to do, Doctor?
I've let everybody know. Well, we're in a barricaded room,
If
so.
we barricade ourselves in, we just fucking
Yeah.
sit and look at the doors.
But I'm just making everybody aware that it's there.
Sit here and quietly and listening.
You listen at the door.
Yep.
And you just hear these footsteps. You see the little shape moving around. And it goes right up to the door on the map of your little bioscanner. Stands there uncomfortably long. You all hold your breath. And then it begins moving away.
How long is uncomfortably long?
Like 53 seconds?
Okay. Exactly.
Didn't
I'm
stay around for 54. Fuck
No, that would be fine.
Didn't knock or do anything. Right.
Any chitter chatter. Talking.
Silence.
Is our comms just actively... So it's not actively on so we're communicating to each other, but is it actively on so I can listen?
Let's go around the table. What are you all wearing?
I've got my standard battle dress with a pair of goggles that work as a HUD, MVG, and infrared.
Who's got closed-in helmets that are closed in?
Mine is... Oh,
Yes.
no, mine's not closed.
Is that in the standard battle dress?
Helmet with a
No,
visor.
those
Well, I got a
are
hazard suit.
specialized.
Yeah, I've got a hazard suit. I'm not wearing the helmet, but it has one.
Okay,
I'm
so
imagining it's like a flip down.
yeah, you would have the comms in your
Yeah.
coming out of the helmet, the side of it.
Yeah.
But you haven't got the helmet on.
My comms are built into my helmet.
Like I imagine the collar is what I imagine the comms.
So comms are only if you choose to have it open.
Yeah, so I don't want to... Is it always so I can hear anything coming through, or do I need to actively turn it on to be able to hear?
There are frequencies, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we just before say we have to press the button?
That's to talk. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
it's push to
listening.
talk, but
Oh, like it's
I'm not
open
transmitting,
frequency.
I want to
Turn it up.
receive, yeah.
yeah, if you turn it off, you don't receive anything. If it's turned on, you receive something.
Yeah.
Can we see if the thing?
Hang on. Rather than we go into a convoluted mess of talking about comms,
Yeah.
if you turn it on, you have an open channel until you want to switch it off and go dark again.
Okay, so
You
if
don't have
I,
to keep pressing a button.
if I turn it on, it just acts as a receiver.
It says
Will
here in
that
the
be-
user manual for our comms, if you turn it on, you receive incoming transmissions from the open line and or private communications. If you turn the short comms off, says you don't. Nothing.
So if I leave my radio on so I can hear but not transmit, just receive, in other words.
Okay, Doug.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
That's what push to talk is you only
that's what I
receive
mean.
if it's on.
So can I actively hear? I want to listen
Yeah,
to my radio, essentially. I want to
that's
put it
how
up
it
against
works.
my ear and listen.
Yeah, you want to call into home base?
No,
Let's
I
call
don't want to
into-
talk. I'm not talking at all. I'm
See
listening.
if the thing that stood at the door is on the frequency.
No.
Or if something is happening on the frequency, if I'm getting any sort of weird statics, any effects, anything different.
No.
Yeah, you hear activate robo terminals.
Why is this?
Engage combat. Kill all shopping civilians.
What do you do now? 2 hours have passed. This thing has been walked off now. You spend another time.
And where did it go? Did it just fade away?
Yeah, you don't know. It just faded away
Just
on the
fucked off.
thing. Do you want to do a stress? Do you want to do a rest save?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, judging by the Mothership Player's Survival Guide, version 1.1, you can relieve stress by resting in a relatively safe place.
I want to punch at that.
To do this, make a rest save using your worst save. If you succeed, reduce your stress by the 1 digit rolled. If you fail, you gain 1 stress instead. Players can gain advantage on rest save by... John, stop warming up your dice. Let me finish. You can get advantage on recreational drug use, drinking, prayer, leisure activity that's suitable. Unsafe locations may incur disadvantage. This would be relatively unsafe, being in the deep, so you will get disadvantage if you choose to rest here.
Did we not say, since we've barricaded this, we feel like it's safe?
Yeah, that's a horribly stressful situation
Yeah,
to
we're
be
still
in. You're in the deep.
in a terrible place.
Can I use my journaling as
I was going to do the exact same thing.
I'll just take some painkillers.
a leisure activity?
All right, so you're bringing it up to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this save if you don't want to.
I was going to do like a writing to my family.
Okay, you can all, 3 of you
You
can,
get double disadvantage.
three of you can bring it. 3 of you can bring it, but to normal. And Tony, what would you like to do? No rest?
I'm smoking a dart.
Okay, so you get normal on this roll. Let's go. Using your worst save, please roll.
You have to
D100.
smoke it in one single breath, though. One inhale. the whole thing.
Never exhale.
Damn it. 23 over 22.
Stress, please.
59 over 25 sanity. So my stress is now turned up to 7.
Anyone else?
32 on the 37.
Hey.
No, under 35.
It's very on brand for Tony.
So 32 you rolled?
I rolled 32 under my fear of 35.
So you reduce your stress by 2, correct? By the 1's digit rolled, which was a 2. 32?
Yes.
You rolled a 32?
I missed the part about how much you bring it down by. Yes, I rolled 32. So it's based on whatever the 1's digit is it? Okay. Yeah,
Done.
sure.
And Dr. Craig.
I'm still quite shaken up about that android from earlier. I rolled, so my lowest save is 20. I rolled 55.
That's a crit
That's
fail.
a second fucking crit fail in a row.
Take a stress
Yep.
and then panic.
Which means we have to roll fear again.
Yeah. No,
Oh, if you successfully
Yes.
panic, we make a fear.
No.
Oh,
whenever you panic.
Oh no, when
whenever
you panic. Yeah. So if he succeeds, it's fine. Yeah.
Come on, Doug.
It's not that high yet.
Come on, Doug. Don't fucking fail.
All right, I passed.
Good.
17 on 6.
Yeah, you better.
Only
Just
6
like-
stress?
Only 6 stress.
No.
Yeah.
When you failed that shot before, you were at 5 stress. You haven't failed any other rolls since then?
That was the only roll I made.
Okay.
Was that?
So how did you end up on 6?
Because I just failed that roll then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This was the only other roll I made. That's when I said that's my second crit fail in a row.
All right.
Yeah.
Because another doctor fucked up the android before I even got a turn.
Before you got your chance. All right. So what do you want to do?
I go to start writing, and then
You want a flashback?
all I can think of is just that time in that shopping center. Just did.
I thought you were writing to your family.
I was going
Who are
to
you writing to?
my wife and daughter.
Flashback.
Okay, bam, hit me with it.
That's
I was going to go right, but because I failed so dramatically, I just started PTSing, D'ing, PTSDing,
Like PMS.
PMSing.
So we go back months ago, just when you've gotten the call for the mission. Rian has called you up. There's hey, Dr. Craig. I'm doing your old voice, Rian. I'll paraphrase. Rian says that they've got a mission for you.
are you though? I mean,
Well, rather than butchering your accent, Rian's accent, I'll just say Rian called you up. Lucrative job. Could be the big one. Hangs up. And you've had some time. You've talked to your wife, Nancy, about it. And she goes, look, I understand it's a big job. And I'm fine to follow you, of course. But Amy, she's struggled at school. And it's hard on her. I want you have to tell her. I will support you anyway, of course, but I want you to tell her.
Yeah, nope, look, that's more than reasonable. If it is as good as what he says it is, then this should hopefully be the last of what we need. We can put Amy through a good university and find some nice little cheap beach planet that we can just
Yeah, Hydron 3.
sit on the sunset for. Sit on the sunset for. That is good English. Sit and watch the sunsets every night.
Okay, she gets home from school in the afternoon. I just got to go out and do some things, so I got to work on this. You will talk to her, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay. And time passes. Amy gets back from school. And do you wait for her as she's coming through the door? How do you you're talking to a teenager. How old is she?
She's
14? 13?
She was. What is it? She'll be graduating when we get back, I believe, is what the math was.
15, 16?
Yeah, give or take.
So she just got back from school. The year's almost half in the middle of the year. And she walks in the door of your apartment. Whereabouts are you? Are you trying
I'll be in the kitchen. I'll have 2 sort of drinks in front of me and a white bone-handled knife, I believe it
God.
was.
Stab her!
In its little sheath,
Okay.
sitting on the bench alongside the drinks.
She shuffles in, slams the door, and brings up a big heavy bag, storms into the kitchen and just slams the bag on the table and goes, "Oh, Dad.
Rough day, huh?
Yeah, you could call it that.
How was it? What happened?
Damn Beatrix. She's getting this. They keep teasing me. I did something. Look, you're gonna hear about it. I fought. I started a fight.
Did you win?
Yeah, I kicked that bitch over.
Well,
Pulled her hair.
I'll have to be angry at you later, but that's because other people will be around. Good fucking job. Listen,
But you're taking this really well. You know, usually you're got something to say.
I do. You ain't gonna like it, kiddo. Have a seat.
She sits down, drinks some orange juice that's on the table, or grabs the whiskey. This is yours, Dad.
Yeah. Look, kiddo. You know we've been working away to try and make a decent life.
You know, Dad, this school, I know it's been some trouble, but I really I'm beginning to fit in. I know I'm getting into trouble, but I'm beginning to stand up for myself like you taught me. I'm building a rapport, a reputation, you know?
That's good. I ain't gonna drag you away from this one. You gotta finish out your school year somewhere. This is the important part.
That's good. I don't know. I can't take another move.
Yes.
We've changed so many schools in the last few years.
But
I really think I can do this one.
I got another job.
She stops drinking.
This will be the last one. It's payout.
Dad, it's always the last one.
Nope.
You said that last one was the last one.
I didn't go on the last one.
Yeah, but the other one before that, I know you didn't go on that one. I appreciate that, but we just moved 6 months ago.
And you can stay this time. It'll be a while. I'll be gone.
How long?
I don't know, Bug. Couple of years maybe, but
Does Mom, have you
I'll be
told
back.
Mom?
She knows. Look,
Yeah, she's always fine with it. Always following you. Wherever you need to go.
look, Bug, this is...
You know,
Say it
you haven't
easy
been
on-
there. I needed you sometimes. I would need you today. And you say you're going?
Yeah, Bug. Yeah. I don't want you to deal with what your mother and I dealt with back on Ka. This school, this livelihood, it's...
Look, it doesn't matter. I will be fine. I'll see you when you get back. And she just storms off. Slams the door. And you're left there holding your drink. You just stare down into it. And we flash back to the kitchen, and you got your pen there on the notepad, and there's just this scribble on a blank page. And we cut back, roll back. Tony, you're getting restless. You ready to go?
That's just me. I'm restless.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's a long scene.
No.
You've had your rest. It hasn't been gone well.
Nope.
We're about 4 hours in. 4.5. What do you want to do?
I'll
I'm going to take this door then.
scrunch up this note that I was scribbling on and sort of toss it. All right. Let's make hay while the sun shines. Or however the fuck that saying goes.
I think we do, as you leave the kitchen, you get a comms comes through. And you all sort of freeze. Comes on the open comms, all your helmets light up. And you hear Rian coming in for a status report. 4 hours in.
Okay, crew. How's everyone going?
Yeah, good. It's weird down here, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's not been too dangerous. First thing was a hostile android, but that was about it. But it's a bad vibe.
You guys going to be safe?
Well, we've holed up.
How far are you? Must be pretty far by now.
We're still on the first level.
Oh, okay. Sure. You're taking it safe, you know? That's good. You find any people?
Yeah. We found a couple people. We found a guy who was alive and a guy who was dead.
Okay. Maybe it's the first day. You do a basic sweep and just get the layout of the first level, and then next time you go down to level 2.
Yeah, we got a map. We're drawing it out.
Okay, that's good. Anything you need when you get back?
A drink?
Yeah, I'm pretty good for a drink at about now. But if there are any cameras that you can get, I was thinking of using my body camera, but it was a bit tricky to figure out. So if that shop owner has any cameras on them, maybe we could, buy one of them, set it up someplace. It's good to have some kind of surveillance going.
I think, Dr. Craig, you wouldn't have taken it with you, but certainly back in your makeshift surgery, you've probably got what are they called? They're like
the
optic,
little worm camera
go down your
things.
throat.
Yeah.
You've probably got that with a good
endoscope.
yeah, endoscope.
endoscope.
He's probably got one back at his surgery.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, he would.
In your endoscope.
They got to be sterilized. I'm not going to be able to use it if we start
And
dropping it down things.
Dr. Elias don't talk much, do you?
Well, it seems like you've been giving all the updates. I mean, there was androids, but obviously we're in an android facility, so we're just figuring out this first floor.
Oh, yeah, she almost shot me.
She killed the android.
I don't know why you're saying that. It was a precise shot.
It was a damn good shot.
Well, let me do the next one and you can stand there.
Good shot's just angry because he's not the best shot in the team anymore.
You really love that joke, don't you?
It's a good shot.
You guys need to keep it down. You're hurting my ears. Okay. So, you hit the net.
I love you too, buddy!
You've got the map going. And so, see if you can clear the rest of the floor in the next maybe 4 or 5 hours. It gives you plenty of time to, worry about any challenges on the way. And then check in after, okay?
Another 4 hours, checking in 4 hours.
Okay.
Copy that.
We haven't been to security yet, right?
No.
I think that might be where we go next.
I don't like the security checkpoint.
There's too many squiggly lines on the map for me to... They're so jagged and
It's 'cause
chaotic.
Confronting.
It's representing stairs by the looks of it. See how it's winding stairs are jagged and then concrete stairs are jagged? I believe that's
Yeah,
stairs.
from the cafeteria, you've got security checkpoint Bravo, and back through the reception, you've got security checkpoint Alpha.
Where's
Wait,
Bravo?
What?
Bravo is to the south of you, out of the cafeteria.
We can't see.
Oh, yeah, we can't. It's, that's
Just listen to my voice, and it's all relative. Do not think about the squares on the map.
Think not of the map.
Right, do we, A or B? Do we...
Well, I think B probably makes the most sense.
It's right there.
Based on where we are.
Right there. Right, well,
Number B.
number B it is.
You walk down. Security checkpoint Bravo. You've all got your weapons drawn,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I assume?
Mhm.
You're traveling down. Another long backroom style hallway you're going through, and then you pass into an airlock area.
Oh, crap.
It's a security checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to shoot you out of the airlock.
It's just like, oh, shit, this is where I go.
Internal airlock.
It is.
Does it look like there's any security stuff in the room? Like, why is it called a security checkpoint? Is
This
there a
would be-
checkpoint?
This would be to get to the checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
So I'll walk forward.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Open the door. You enter a small transitional area. But the rest of everyone else would have to step in and go through, unless you just want to close the airlock and then go into the next side.
Does the next side have like a handle that you can open yourself, or does it look like it's externally operated to lock and unlock?
Once you start the process, you would go in and then you could
Okay.
press the button to go out.
You guys coming?
Yeah, I'll go in.
You will go in and you pass through this chamber. You pass through the door. It opens up into a security checkpoint. And you walk through. Dr. Craig, Gordon, Dr. Cameron, and Tony. And you see battle scars and scorched metal, gunshots, burn marks across this airlock chamber. At the end is a barred gate blocking your passage further. You see a series of damaged weapon detectors, like they're cylindrical objects with like a black camera system, like one of those speed cameras that just are meant to swivel, look you up and down. you know they would be detecting firearm detectors.
Can we see like a point of origin of any of the firearms? Like a spot where people were firing from?
Yeah, sure. Just past those detectors, there's a bulletproof glass box. And in the center of this box is a 360-degree machine gun swivel turret. There's this android, security-based android, fused to this turret. And as you just cross to look into the room, it powers on, swivels towards you,
Shit, down.
I'm down.
and it swivels.
A dive here.
You all make a dive, and it says,
Tony just gets fucking ripped.
Hand over all your weapons. Disarm immediately.
Oh,
and we'll see you next week. Hold that thought, Josh. We will see you next week as you see this security turret that's just got this upper half of an android security, similar to the one you've seen before, just fused into it. And instead of arms, it's got these long barrels. I'm holding my arms out in L shapes. And as you turn to look through this bulletproof glass, you just see this turret. Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh no.
What do you think? How's that, everyone, for a session? Having
pretty
fun?
good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very
Be a
good.
bit more excited.
Get into the nitty gritty of it now.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. More excited. It's pretty good.
My freaking ears.
I got to see what life is like as a dad with a teenage daughter. That sucked.
Well, if your daughter is Doug, if your daughter is Andrew,
Your daughter's Andrew.
Your daughter's
then,
Andrew.
it does suck.
Look, you told me you're a military man. You and Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
you married after many years of service,
Mm-hmm.
and you continued your service growing up with your daughter. You were
Yeah,
moving
she's-
from position to
She's an army
position.
brat.
She's
I feel
fed
her
up.
pain. I was also
Yeah.
an army brat. I moved around a lot. I
Bringing
know how
back
she
trauma.
feels.
It's
Yeah.
infinitely worse when they're real daughters.
Yeah.
I have two
Yeah.
sisters, so
well,
that.
you were, yeah, same sort of.
Look at that.
it's a terrible place to be
Yeah.
in a house with teenage
Yes,
daughters.
yes.
Well,
thank you.
we've brought up plenty of trauma for some of the characters. Tony, what do you think about that little message you got from yourself?
That was cool.
Freaky.
Freaky?
Yeah, freaky.
We got the first Ben's check out of you. It was good.
As a listener, though, it was awesome.
It was.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was cool.
was good. Can you just imagine everything you say? It's being recorded.
Can and will be used against you.
Can you believe that? Can you imagine, Doug, that everything you're saying right now is being recorded?
I can't. Yeah.
It's a stretch, I know.
Imagine being recorded and
Yeah,
just
imagine
listened
that.
to.
Just for the whole world to be able to listen to everything
Yeah.
you say is just
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, Gordon Good,
Yes.
you're taking it well
Yeah.
in your stride. You rushed in to defend your fellow man and woman.
That's just because I rolled. I have passed the speed check.
Well, yeah, but you as a character rushed in when you
Yeah.
didn't have to. You could have pushed Dr. Craig out in front.
I feel like there was a level of chivalry there, and then I feel like I've emasculated Gordon
Well,
by killing the,
The best,
androids.
literally a good shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that deep.
Well, the deep,
I just passed my speed check.
Well, on that note, that was episode 7 of NWTB Podcast presents Ghosts and the Machine. If you like the show, you can support us on Patreon. If you like the show, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/NWTB Podcast. Thank you all for your Thank you to all our generous patrons. Without the show, you would not be possible. You can also support us for free by liking our Facebook page, rating us on your favorite podcast apps, or leaving a review or a comment on our YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you, everyone,
In
the deep.
space.
in space.
In the next.
Seamless. I'm calling it now, Doug. Your jacket's going to get called out.
Why? What's wrong
Move.
with the jacket?
Take it off. It's too hot. Take it off. I can hear all of that.
I knew it.
Damn it.
You know better.
See, I'm a real member of the cast now.
It was
Good.
my
Credit.
in-character jacket because it's the same jacket.
Notice he doesn't turn the recording on when there's harassment in the workplace.
It's still on the chair, Doug. We move
You
around.
want it gone.
Yeah,
I want that
it
all
needs to
the
be
way.
outside of the
Gone.
building.
Want it gone.
So I was Doug. I didn't mean to dub you in, but also it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna get. All right, John. Don't roll your dice. Let's do my intro first. Here we go.
Brr.
All right. Come on. We've had time. 10 minutes in. All right.
If I known he was going to be like this, I would have bought a box of coffee instead of one.
Doug, this is what I talked about when you were here. Ready?
I wasn't here.
Lean back.
That's invaluable. Can you send me that clip?
I was going to say, can you just
When it
remix
gets
that, John?
Just
Can I put a beat behind that,
sound-based.
please?
It's just a very hip hoppy.
All right, guys. We'll get a minute and then we'll get into this scene. I won't do the asshole thing and cut to Tony and.
No, but the
That'd
asshole
be
thing's
fucking
Bucks.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's all about presenting.
Yeah.
What
It's
is it?
the-
Sunning the
Yeah,
anus?
Sunny the yoni.
The yoni. It's the most efficient way to absorb vitamin D.
Yeah, it is.
Don't doubt that for a second.
For some, it's the most efficient way to solve many times of D.
Oh.
That's what I just. John,
Thanks, John.
that's what I just did.
You just got to make it as obvious as possible, you know?
I thought that was actually like the truth.
No.
Is this on pod? It's good banter, John. You should speak into the mic.
I just talked about the fact that I'm a Mormon. We should not remove credibility from me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, in case you're listening, hi, John's family and friends and associates.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Just
Here's a
bleep out
compilation
his
of
name.
John making very non-Mormon-esque jokes.
See, what I like is that like one of the running jokes of the show is just me saying something and the entire thing gets bleeped.
Yeah.
And then it just cuts to Doug laughing. It's one of my favorite bits.
Oh.